Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Alliance War Season 55. So this is week two of my sort of war highlights, if you will. Definitely stick around for the rest of this video because we do have a boss battle in this video against the Deathless Thanos, which was a very interesting fight. But we're starting off here. This is the third war against CZSK. And we only have three fights this war, and the first one was this Path 4 Knull, the Absorbing Man. Very, very common placement is Knull on Path 4. I've actually never taken this fight in my life, I don't think. Mole Man's usually a very good option for this, but Absorbing Man does pretty well here just because he's really tanky in that Uru form. I was playing really. He's being a bit hard to get an opening there, but we managed to get a special one there. Unfortunately, he threw a couple of special ones back to back, which I was trying to obviously put in to push the special two. You got a really annoying light intercept there. So we changed another special one just to keep our Uru form refined. Unfortunately, we threw it about 1 second too early, so we did end up getting our controls inverted. I'm not bad with the reverse controls, but I thought I'd rather just wait this one out for the most part. I did get a nice intercept at the end there, though. The good part with Absorbing Man is that when that Living Abyss, those reverse controls come on, you don't have to worry about the unstoppable because Absorbing Man reduces the duration of that by, of course, 90%. We do have 600 charges here, so we're going to refine here into a special one, get massive damage there with those four physical vulnerabilities. And even just hitting into block, that light attack into block did like 45k with all that physical vulnerability he had. So it was a bit of a sketchy fight, but we got him down eventually. And then the next fight on Path 4 is one I've taken more often, is this Dust. Warlock is a very, very good counter because he can just easily control her power with the armor breaks plus the infections. Yeah, just keeping her power in check. And then just with the natural class advantage, and he's a champion that can hit pretty hard. We didn't do very well in this fight. I shouldn't probably have parried. I should have done more intercepts and sidesteps. I don't know why I hit it into block there. That activated, or she did get a sandstorm obviously, but she will be unblockable for the rest of the fight because we do have a permanent heal block on us, and she only stops the unblockable when we don't have any debuffs. So that's never going to happen in this fight. So yeah, not the best start to this fight, but you can see there I start actually sidestepping her now like I'm supposed to. But we just keep banging out special ones. She does have the infection on now, so once we get to the special two with our power back boost on, she got a really nice light intercept there. I'm not sure how that worked, but yeah, that power back draft didn't quite work there. We do still have that invulnerability boost on from the Knull fight. I did throw a special two with the power sting, which is not ideal. We do have recoils on, but this is our only Warlock fight for the war, so we don't have to worry too much about health remaining, and you can see the special two easily finishes off that second special two. And then our final fight in this war is definitely one I've taken plenty of times. I don't think I've actually shown it on the channel though. I was like, maybe I have, but I was looking back through my channel, but I don't know if I've actually shown this specific fight with this specific matchup. But it's a Weapon X on node 43 with Onslaught. So very, very common placement here, Weapon X. There's not too many champs that can do really well here. Onslaught is one of the best counters because we can completely be... the Incinerators really benefit us because we get those Neuroshocks every second. And also we just heal from the Incinerators because they do no damage to us. So we have a Power Style 1 boost on. We chain into a special 2 there with 13 degens. He does go Berserk here, so he's going to be unblockable for the rest of the fight. He gets a really quick light attack there. I was a bit unprepared for it there. And so you can see our degens are starting to wear off, but we punish the special 1 with a heavy really nicely. And then Relic Intercept again into another heavy into a special 1. So keep those degens paused. And yeah, he goes down to just over 30 seconds. So that was the third war of the season. And now into War 4. I think we're against D13, yeah. So the first fight we have here is a shocker. I've never done this fight before with Medusa. I've taken shocker elsewhere with Medusa, but not in this specific node. I wasn't really too happy with it because the nodes really don't help Medusa at all with ebb and flow knockdown and right back at it. And I also don't have a Wags boost on. When previous fights against Shocker, I have had a Wags boost just to help extend that stun duration a little bit. We get a nice intercept there. I don't want to... Well, I probably should have really baited more special twos rather than just baited special ones. Just to stop him getting too many charges. You can see it has gone blockable there for a sec. We do, like, the auto block does kick in for us. We do have about a 60% chance to auto block when we have those three Furies. He does add a special 2 now, so and you can see it doesn't really do that damage through our block. It does a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But we do obviously want to get these I mean, we don't really have to worry about the charges now, actually, because we have the True Strike. We do want to get him down, ideally, before the True Strike ends. But yeah, unfortunately, it does go unstoppable there because we don't have the slow. It's very much impossible to get the slow on him because of all the debuff immunity from the node. And unfortunately, our True Strike does actually wear off here, so we can't actually throw Special 2 here. We do, though. I thought the True Strike was still up, but unfortunately, it wasn't. And you can see the protection is still up anyway, but we do manage to push him down through the protection there. Yeah, so not the cleanest fight, but it does work. It's just you probably do want to bait more special twos than special ones in that fight to have a cleaner result. Probably you might lose a bit more health though. Next fight is a Negasonic, so we're using Guardian here. Guardian is a really good Negasonic counter because well, she's not really like immune to any shock or energy damage that Guardian has. But the main thing is that we can parry non-contact attacks, and all of Negasonic's attacks are non-contact, so we don't have to worry about messing around with openings because this does have the heavy hitter node. So normally you'd be baiting heavies to try and get openings against Negasonic, but we don't have to worry about that at all. We can just easily parry her. I was a bit slow with that dash back with the special one, so unfortunately we did get clipped by it. I did have an invulnerability boost on. I don't know. I think it was mostly for the shocker fight, but it carried over to this fight. We do work through one special one to get some force field charges. Ideally, I wanted to throw a special 2 before the protection came back, but unfortunately she threw a special 1 here. And so it means we do have to throw a heavy to get the protection down. That does consume one of our force field charges, but we still have 4 force field charges. So you actually throw a heavy when we were throwing the special 2, but the damage was just so much that it was easily going to take her down anyway. And then into section 2 here, we have this thing. So this is not the best option for this fight. There's definitely better counters to this, but we are using Quicksilver here. It is very safe. Like Quicksilver is not even close to like what I would consider like my preferred champs. I have like 5 or 6 science rank 3s, and he's easily the one I'd probably use the least. That's just because I'm not really a fan of his playstyle, his comboing, how his combo works. But it's hard to deny how safe it is. Like you can see, we're playing horribly here, like getting hit by a full special 1. But it's just so safe because once we hit 300 momentum, that slow is going to stay on for the rest of the fight unless we exit terminal velocity again. That's very unlikely going to happen. You can see we're already at about 15 whiplashes. Ideally, we want to do this special 2 in terminal velocity. That's really tricky, but we do actually try and find some dashbacks here and do medium, light, medium into special 1. But unfortunately, it was just before terminal velocity that happened, and I think the my whiplashes might have expired actually, and he also had protection up, so it wasn't a very good start of this fight. You can see we're at terminal velocity now. He's getting a few regens, but that doesn't matter because of despair. The only thing to worry about is if he does get 10 regens, he will go unblockable for a bit. We do throw a special 2 here, again, to get some more trauma, and that detonation does actually do some damage, unlike the last one. Yes, the only minor concern here is if the terminal velocity does end and he's not dead, because obviously it's very easy to trigger things unstoppable with Quicksilver because he does have so many hits in his combo. Like literally one combo from Quicksilver would get 15 rock stacks, or not quite 15, it would get 13. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's very easy to this Quicksilver to trigger his unstoppable if you don't have that slow on. But yeah, not the best example of how to use Quicksilver, and you'll definitely see a few more examples of how not to use Quicksilver, including this fight here, I think. Yeah, so the next fight we have here is a power stack Onslaught. Kind of a strange placement, really, but because there's so many champions that just absolutely destroy Onslaught here. Champions like Silk and Photon and others, especially with the decay tactic being so dominant at the moment. It's a really kind of a strange placement. So using Quicksilver here, the only thing that's kind of a problem with Quicksilver here is that you can't really punish his special 1. I'm very good at punishing Onslaught special 1, but there are a very specific set of champions that cannot do it, and that's champions with very extended medium 1s, and Quicksilver is definitely one of those because his medium 1 has two hits in it, and they're two very separated hits. You can see it takes a while for them to get those two hits in. If you're absolutely pinpoint down to the absolute microsecond, you can time that special one punish. It may be possible, but it's not worth it in tier one war. Like it's much better just to back off and wait for another opening. Unfortunately, I did not dash back out of the crush in time, so we actually ended up getting to a special 3, and we had to pay the special 2. I'm fine with dexing the special 2 with reverse controls. That wasn't an issue, but yeah, getting to a special 3 was the issue because yeah, we just did. It doesn't really do much for us, and just make this fight a lot longer than it needed to be. So that's just yeah, not fun. But we do still have 20 whip plushes on him. And obviously, one special 2 here will definitely finish him off. We are in terminal velocity now, so we've just got to bait a couple more special ones. We do have a relic at the ready as well. So we did a nice intercept there into his special one. So you can see we are able to dash out of the special one in time there. So we could avoid the crush. Yeah, that's the good thing about Quicksilver is he can easily recover out of his second medium to dash back. Unfortunately, I didn't do it there though. And the other thing is we unfortunately did lose our terminal velocity here, so we're not able to get that bonus on that special 2, unfortunately. But we do still medium light medium into a special 2. We have 35 whip pushes, and he easily goes down. Just way longer than it needed to take. And here's another fight that took way longer than it needed to take, and you'll see why. So this is the boss. This is the Deathless Thanos boss, rank 3, Sig 200. Definitely a scary proposition just because he's so new. And I've been because I'm working on cruise ships. I haven't been able to play the game too much. I don't even have my 7-star Deathless Thanos yet because I just haven't had the time to do that quest. So yeah, and the issue I had at the start here is I was so focused on baiting special ones, and I thought that would be fine enough, but I really should have just been pushing special 2s more because the special 2 is fine to dodge and just uses way more power. He gets so much energized from his Sig ability and those charges that it just makes sense to just push the special 2s and not just try and bait special 1s all the time, which is what I was doing here. You can see I should have medium to the special 2 to get that trauma up, but unfortunately we're just stuck at like 2.5 bars of power now. We could have used that relic. So we do medium into special 2 to get that trauma. He does have only 15 whip plushes. That does a little bit of damage, and luckily he didn't have protection, so we didn't have to worry about that special 2 getting capped. So yeah, we do have our first trauma up. Ideally, you want to stack a bunch of traumas in this fight so you can get extra burst damage on literally all your attacks. I don't know why I was dashing. Yeah, I think it was just a mistake. Like I should have just comboed into that relic stun, but I was just so focused on just baiting special ones, but I shouldn't. The good thing that's really on our side here is that with that panic debuff he keeps putting on us, it's a really good source of regen for us with that willpower mastery. Because you can see I'm getting hit by so many special ones, I'm not even sure how that's happening. And I did the stupidest thing in the fight here, which was throwing a special 2 into block. I didn't think he was blocking, but he managed to block in time. Because I was just getting afraid of getting pushed to special 3 because I was so focused on baiting special ones, and that special 1 hit me, so it gave me more power than I intended. So yeah, it was just not a good situation there. And you can see, yeah, we're really struggling. Like we're healthy enough. You can see we're in terminal velocity now, but we don't have many whip plushes. We don't have any traumas left. Because obviously that first special one was that first special 2 was ages ago, and then that second special 2 didn't even connect. And you can see the timer is not on our side at the moment. You can see he's at 60% health, but we're almost halfway through the fight. And unfortunately, we did lose terminal velocity, so we have to wait for that permanent slow to get back up, so we don't have to worry about the unstoppable because he's going to get unstoppable so often in this fight if we don't have that slow up. We do medium light medium into that second special 2. That does go through protection though. He only had like 10 whip plushes anyway, not many. Unfortunately, we're getting sort of trapped into the corner here, so I do want to get space back on our side. But I think at this point is where I've really started to realize, yeah, we're really struggling for time. You can see he's only halfway down. There's only 2 minutes left in the 5-minute fight though. Yeah, here I should have just pushed the special 2, but I just baited another special 1. But I think after this is when I really started just actually looking at time and saying, okay, shit, we're really in trouble here. We need to really get a wriggle on. Actually start spamming some special 2s and keeping those traumas paused as much as possible, getting those whip plushes stacked up, because we're getting really unlucky with whip plushes at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, but again, here I'm still baiting special 1s. I should be just going as hard as possible, just getting as many hits in as I can. But I think about now is when I sort of flicked the switch and started really going more aggressive because I needed to be really aggressive at this point. And just getting all those whiplashes up, as many traumas as possible, as many special twos as possible. We do medium light medium to special two 19 whiplashes. That does trigger the 25% protection, so you can see that last hit does literally zero damage. But I was, yeah, we're only, I'm just over a minute left. He's only got 25% left. So the good thing is we don't have any more, strong protection to worry about. We're past all the 25% thresholds. But we still got to stack up a bunch of whiplashes. He doesn't somehow parry me, but we evade out of that because we had that up. We're in terminal velocity, but unfortunately, it's not got very long left. We only have 7 whiplashes, getting really unlucky there. He throws another special one, but unfortunately, the terminal velocity runs out, so we got to wait, make sure the slow comes back. Here, I throw a special one. We don't have the double thing on, so we don't have the slow yet. We're only at 100 or so. We do heavy into a special one. I probably shouldn't have special one just because that's just one less bar of power that we needed to throw a special two. There's 30 seconds left. We're really running against the clock here. One more special two will finish this fight. I just need to get there in the last 20 seconds. So we do the relic almost ready, which is good. I just need an opening here. He finally throws a heavy attack. We're up to 15, 16, 17 whiplashes. We're getting much more lucky on whiplashes here. And here I actually end up just medium light, medium into special one because I thought that might be enough, and it had to be enough, and it was. But yeah, not a very fun fight at all. But it was the first time I've ever fought a Deathless Thanos in war. So it definitely could have been worse, I guess. Timing out would really suck. But yeah, definitely lesson learned in how to approach that fight with Quicksilver. Should have to take that fight again in the future. So let that be a lesson in what not to do in that fight. Alright, but so this is actually War 5. Unfortunately, most of my War 5 footage just didn't record for some reason. Like, I was looking through my phone after the war, and it only recorded, like, the last fight and a half, which really sucks, because I took full path 9 with, like, Medusa and Warlock. It was really a bunch of cool fights, but unfortunately, this is the only fight from that war that's saved. And this is no 37 Photon, very, very common placement. Warlock is definitely the best counter for this fight. It's just super safe. We do have recoils on, we do have Tech Power Boost on. And once we got that infection on, we've got nothing to worry about. There's no regen to worry about. And we don't have to worry about specials as well. We can just anti-bait for days, get some nice side steps in, chain those special twos with power back boosts, and yeah, she goes down really, really quickly. Definitely the best counter to Node 37 Photon is Warlock. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely do not laugh at me too much about those Quicksilver fights. It's just not a champion I enjoy using really at all. But yeah, we do have a pretty good streak going now. I'm not. I might update with you guys like where we are sitting. We are trying to obviously get Masters, ideally top 10, but at least Masters. But I'll definitely at least post a sort of like a crystal opening at the end of the season. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next set of war highlights. Peace out.